morning, everyone. We'll call the August 7th, 2018 meeting of the Jackson City Council to order. We'll ask Councilman Ron Brady to lead us in our invocation and pledge. If you would, please rise.
Pray with me. Father, we thank you for today, the opportunity to have a new day in the city of Jackson. Pray that you would continue to guide us and give us wisdom as we look to serve you and serve the citizens of Jackson. We pray that you would continue to give us a servant's heart, and we just pray that in this meeting you would be with us and as we go forth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Anita, I think you can show all council members present. Roll call. And item 4 is approval of minutes of July 10th, 2018 City Council meeting. If there are no objections, any corrections to those minutes, we'll go ahead and accept those as they were submitted. Item 5 is invitation of public comment. Is anyone here who'd like to be heard under new business? If you'd be sure to let me know, I'll be happy to call on you and come up and address the council. We have one recognition this morning. I'm going to ask Ms. Henning to come up and make a presentation to a retiring member of the Civil Service Board who has served us well for a number of years. And Ms. Lynn, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
We'd like to ask Mr. Richard Beach, if you would come up, please. I'd just like to say we certainly appreciate your time and service on our Civil Service Board. And we're so appreciative of it. I really didn't want you to retire. I failed to call you last month. So you served an extra month. So your certificate should read 8 years and 1 month of dedicated, outstanding commitment and service to the City of Jackson Civil Service Commission. We appreciate your service. Thank you, and happy retirement from the Civil Service Board.
Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that.
You're so good.
I would like to say that with the current chiefs, Stewart and Weiser, Civil Service Commission is not very busy. They're doing an excellent job.
That could be a good thing, Richard.
And Lynn Henning does an excellent, even if she forgot me last month.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. Okay, we also have in the audience, I think we have in the audience, a student, online student from LSU, Kaylee Picker. Kaylee, you here?
Back row?
No, back row. Good Baptist. Thank you for being here. Okay, under first readings, we have none. Item 7, item 8, we have, let me ask the council if there's no objection to strike the second, number 2 under second readings. That one is not quite ready. And then also, if you would, with no objection, strike item 2. If you would, under new business. We still have some title information we have to tie down on the item 2 under new business. So we'll go to second readings. Number 1 is consideration of an ordinance to rezone property located along 390 block of Cooper Anderson Road from RS1 Single Family Residential District to RS1 PRD Single Family Residential Plan Residential Development District comprising 11.67 acres submitted by McAlexander Engineering. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second. We have a motion, a second. In discussion, council please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Under 9, new business, we have approval of resolution authorizing the public taking by eminent domain of property for improvements to Whitehall Pre-K School. Do we have, yeah. Lewis, if you would come up and just explain to council kind of what's going on that issue. You would? What is it?
Second page.
Okay. Yes, let's catch this, and I'll go back to 3. Thank you. Thank you, council.
This is a piece of property, can anybody hear me? This is a piece of property adjacent to Whitehall School that the school board needs for its expansion plans. It's been an environmental court, an old dilapidated house that we've been trying to get either repaired or removed. We thought we had an arrangement where we would forgive some mowing liens, demolition liens in exchange for the title of the property. I thought I had that worked out, but the owner is in a nursing home, and the person who's the power of attorney has not followed through. So I think I have got a deal worked out again, but in case it doesn't, the school board needs to be able to put that into its plans, whether we can get a deal worked out or not. The amount of money is relatively small, but the property is important for that expansion. So, as Hewitt Thomas used to say, belt and suspenders.
This would be contingent upon a deal not being arrived at if we need it.
Right.
In the domain.
And there's a
Okay.
3-part deal, the owner, the school, and the city to
Gotcha.
work it, and it takes a few days or weeks to get
Okay,
everything
and that's
worked out.
mainly for extension of the parking lot to get enough parking
Right.
for that particular school to meet the requirements.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
what you're asking Attorney Cobb and also Mr. Chairman, to be passed, as you say, with contingency, unless you can, if you work out a deal, then eminent domain is not necessary.
Right, we don't think it will be, but because there's a 30-day delay, if the deal, if it's a back out on the deal again, the timeline gets set back a minimum of 30 days. We're just doing this to make things keep moving along, but I doubt we'll ever have to do anything else.
They're aware of our vote today on this,
I-
the other side?
I think so, yes.
And it's just the house and the lot?
It's the house and the lot. And it's been on the market for 2 or 3 years. Nobody's lived in it except people who break into it.
Right. Stay overnight?
Yeah, and the neighbors have called and asked, we need to do something. And doing something would require court action, even if it was just to demolish it and tear it down. So this is a kind of a convergent of a need and of several different dimensions. But I want to.
any other questions, council?
Is this lady's power of attorney, is this a member of her family, or is this?
Yes, it's a daughter.
It is, okay.
Two things, Mayor. We just haven't, we not be able to get in touch with the person, or have they changed their mind on situation, or do you know?
They changed their mind.
Okay, but we'll still, if we do eminent domain, we'll still pay them fair market value for the property.
Oh, absolutely, we have to.
I think the school department is trying to negotiate the price, with them now, so we don't know whether that's going to be successful or not, so this will be contingent upon successful completion of the deal from the school department.
Right, it allows the school to make plans whichever way it goes in terms of, do we agree on compensation, or do we have somebody tell us what it is? But the property's not being used for anything other than blight.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
move we approve the eminent domain with the contingency of the negotiation of the school board, the city, and the property right owner if it doesn't go through.
Right, if we
the
acquire it
eminent domain.
voluntarily, we won't take any more steps.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second. Any additional discussion?
One other question, Mayor. The school board can't do that. The city's got to, or the county, because it's the city limits. Because the school's gonna be using this, why is the county not doing this rather than the city?
A lot of reasons. It's in environmental court. The city has multiple liens. There are city and county taxes. I've already done the title on the property. I've already had negotiations, and
So it's just smooth the transaction, the city does rather than the
it
county.
just makes sense to me. And I honestly think, based on what has happened the last, I think, 3 to 5 days, that we will have an agreement. But this is just in case we don't have an agreement, then we have a backup plan.
Thank you, Mayor.
No. It's just a resolution. Okay, any other questions from council? We
I
have
guess
a
I'm saying
motion.
we're not taking property that people want to keep. We're taking property that people have been trying to sell for years.
Okay, any other questions, council? We have a motion, a second. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay, if you will, let's back up to item 3 under second readings, and that would be consideration of ordinance to amend the charter, City of Jackson, relative to ordinance section 26. Council passed this on first reading. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Discussion. Council, please vote.
And the vote passes with 8 members in favor, 1 abstaining.
Okay, item 3 under new business is consideration of a contract for medical center services. Ms. White?
Bids were received for medical center services, and we sent this out to 25 clinics and doctor's offices. We posted it on the city's website. We placed it on the internet, and we received 2 no bids and 2 bids. The first bid was from West Tennessee Healthcare in the amount of $475,000 per year, and Medical Services Clinic, $720,000 per year. We have Keith Patterson and Stacy Stone here if you've got any questions about this contract.
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion for approval. Have a second. Any discussion from council as to the approval of this contract?
It's not discussion, but I just wanted to, we found out at the agenda meeting that they have evaluated and the employees are happy with this.
Do they have a what?
At the agenda meeting, we were told that employees, had been evaluated, as to, they like this plan and it's a very high majority really like it.
Yes, that is true.
So they're happy with it.
That's true.
Okay, any other comments or questions from council? Okay, we have a motion to second. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Item 4 is consideration of contract for the construction of a new city court building.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion from council?
Question.
Sure.
The bid amount is $3 million, 2.9. And it says that we budgeted 2.6. Is that just going to be a budget amendment
No,
ultimately?
we're asking that you approve this contract for $2,682,216 because we had 3 alternate deducts that we're removing. The city can do some of that work, so that will save us some money on the contract.
So what's the total amount again?
$2,682,216.
Thank you.
I think we have the architect here. If there's any particular questions from council, we can call Sammy up, but otherwise, any other questions or comments from council on the contract for the new city court building?
My copy's got 2.7 million. Did we reduce something above and beyond what the letter's got?
Look at that page. The bid tab. And you see where it says MG Construction, go over to the alternates column, and the very last amount is the 2.6.
Susan, can you put it on the board so we can see? So somebody help her do that. So I know exactly what I'm talking
Right there.
It'll be tiny, bigger.
It's very tiny print.
Y'all have
Okay,
to
where
put your
we looking?
glasses on.
We try to confuse y'all as much as we can.
Okay. I
Doesn't
just
take
looked at that
much.
cover letter, said 2.7, reduced it down to 2.7, that was confusing.
Okay, it's 2.6. Do you have any questions? Sammy is here. He's our architect, and he can tell you more about the value engineering, anything you'd like to know.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Any additional discussion from council? Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Thank you.
Pending date for construction. Do we know, Ms. White, as far as getting the building underway? Sammy, there you are.
It's probably going to be 2 months, don't you think, Sammy?
The contractor, MG Construction, is ready to begin work immediately.
Okay.
We will begin to write the contract here over the next couple of days. We'll get that to them by the end of the week or the first of next week for everybody's signature, and then start as soon after that as we possibly can.
Okay.
As I said, the contractor's ready to start work,
Ready to
and
go.
we want to beat the weather as well, get it in ground and start coming out of the ground before we start getting into cold weather. So that is the idea, is probably by the first of next month, they should be moving dirt out there.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Ms. White. Item 5, there are budget amendments. Ms. Bell?
We have two budget amendments this month. The first one is just carryover funds that was remaining in FY18, some projects that did not get completed. This is for the groundskeeping capital in the amount of $10,046, depot capital amount of $1,931, and to complete the Civic Center seating project, $251,538. Again, these are not new funds. These are rollovers from FY18 for completion in FY19.
Move the approval.
I have a motion for approval. Second, discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
The second amendment that you have before you today is some information that came to light after the budget was approved, and this is for city court salaries for the judge and the city court clerk, and this is mandated by state law that they should be paid the same as the juvenile court clerk and general sessions judge, and this budget amendment is in the amount of $10,388 for the salaries, $2,665 for benefits.
Move the approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, discussion from council. Council, please vote.
And the vote is unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bell. Final item is consideration of invoices over $10,000.
So moved.
We have a motion, a second, discussion. Council, please vote.
And the motion is unanimous.
There being no further business, meeting is adjourned. Bum, bum. All right.
It's on.